Welcome back to my channel. I've been waiting to talk about my complete Wonderland collection for quite a long time. The only reason why I haven't done it sooner is because I actually had one doll from the collection that I didn't buy until recently, earlier this year, and that was the Red Queen right here. And I kind of put her off for a very silly reason. But anyway, I do want to talk about this series at length. I have mentioned some of the dolls in previous videos, but I really want to do a deep dive of this wonderful series that not only had dolls, but also had a great print media to go with them. So without further ado, let's get into the Wonderland series. Now, first thing about the Wonderland series is that they star the most popular characters according to a fan page of Living Dead Dolls. So the Cheshire is Jinx from Series 6. The Mad Hatter is, rightfully so, played by Sybil. Sadie is our Alice. The Red Queen, or the Queen of Hearts, is Infernal. And Exorcist, of course, is the White Rabbit. Now, they came in this packaging, and they let you know which character it is. This one is from the Queen of Hearts. And when you open it, it's this, inside the box is this really cool artwork. You see the cards, you see the keyhole, the clock. Really cool, really cool. Okay, it says Living Dead Dolls, and all of them say in the back, "We're all mad here." Really cool. And also with the packaging, so there was two releases. There was the regular run series. There was one for Hot Topic, which I'll point that out in a moment. And there's the variant series, which is also in front of you. And the packaging didn't change for any of those releases except for added on stickers to let you know the variant versus the Hot Top exclusive, or just the regular package as you see here. Okay. So the first doll I want to talk about is actually the Cheshire Cat, because I did talk about Sadie, so we're going to leave Miss Sadie last. So the Cheshire Cat is really interesting. Again, she's Jinx is the character, and she had a variant that was a Hot Topic exclusive. Jinx, I believe she was available in stores, whereas the purple one was a Hot Topic exclusive, and it had a different. Like I said, the only difference over the packaging was the sticker, the Hot Topic, and they both glow in the dark. With their teeth, and the purple one is in homage to Alice in Wonderland from the Disney animated movie, which has the purple Cheshire Cat. And the orange Cheshire is obviously an ode to Jinx, whose color scheme was orange and black as well. And they both come with this little bendable tail that you can pose a little. You can pose it a little bit. Okay. And the only major difference with the two of them is the face paint. This one is white and the green eyes, and this one is pretty much flesh color like the OG Jinx doll. And they have these adorable little suits. It's a black paint on the chest, so it's not a shirt. The plastic is black. Okay, and then they have these tights, and they have these little furry booties. Now, they are very much like the Exorcist doll, so they can't stand on their own, so that's why they're on a stand. And they're really cute. Actually, this is one of my favorite of the dolls besides variant Sadie. But those are the Cheshire Cats. Okay, and next we're going to talk about Sybil. Now, Sybil and the variant are very different. They even have different material shirts. This one's more of like a satin or faux satin feel to it. This one has like a regular cotton flannel. Greatly detailed with the hats, which are very reminiscent of the Mad Hatter. And what I love about the Sybil is that she has like these little symbols. Like right here, she has a little patch that says Curiouser and Curiouser. The raven from that riddle that's never solved in Alice in Wonderland. The raven like a writing desk. And of course, symbol of Living Dead dolls, the sulfur symbol. You have a little skull here. She comes with this boa. She comes with this armband. This little chain right here. And it's different pieces. So there's the vest is separate from the white shirt. And she comes with these boots, which makes her really good to stand. And her hair is this cool purple and white. Really nice. And you see up close, she has like her signature little swirl in her eye. Okay, she has this little eye patch right here. I think you have to be gentle with it. And she has a little eye in there. There's her eye. You can't remove it. Oh no, you can. But it's pretty well on there, and anytime a Living Dead dolls have anything with elastic, it does wear out, so I wouldn't mess with it. And like, look at the makeup. It's just really cool. And the variant, oh my gosh. Actually, my husband really loved the purple variant of Sybil. And pretty much the same hair. Woo, really bad hat hair, so we're going to keep that hat on. Pretty much the same face paint. She has the same patches, Curiouser, the sulfur. She has all them. And that's my cat. Don't mind my cat. She's also Curiouser and Curiouser. Okay, and I just love the purple. And again, the shirt is really nice. And she also comes with the boa. Now the variant sets, as I said, the only thing you'll see different is that in the packaging, it's going to say Mezco Direct. That's the only difference between the packaging of the variants and the regular series. So if you ever shop online, you know, if a person is showing pictures of the dolls, usually they'll show the artwork of the box, and that's how you could tell right away it's a variant versus the regular set. And she, like I said, she stands really well. And that is Sybil. Now, the next one, in the Red Queen Inferno. Now, I waited quite a while to get her because I actually didn't like this version of her. My husband and I, we both loved Alice in Wonderland, the animated film, and we felt the black one, the variant of her, is more in line with the Disney cartoon, who has the Queen of Hearts has black hair. And that's kind of the reason why I didn't buy her for a very long time, even though I got the variants of all the other characters. It's just, I don't know, it's just something about the way the Red Queen looks. It's very iconic. It's kind of ingrained into not only my memory, but my husband's memory of Alice in Wonderland. So, like I said, it's Inferno. And unlike the other characters, I feel like she's the most unrecognizable of the OG dolls. Like, she doesn't really look like Inferno. I feel like she looks completely different. I think the only giveaway is the hair, that's why she's this color, and the eyes. Deja. Sorry about that. And, you know, that's the tell sign of that that's an Inferno is the character, but she really could be her own character. Like, even like the menacing look and the makeup, like, just really, really distinct from the OG doll. And her dress is lovely. Unfortunately, she has that pleather material. If you remember, I've talked about this in the past. So when I got her, she was an open doll. She came in her box, but she has been removed. She hasn't been well maintained, so she's already peeling. Unfortunately, so unfortunately, she is peeling, and it's unfortunate because I couldn't see that clearly in the pictures, and I'm kind of bummed about that. But, you know, again, unless you look really close, you can't see it because it's black. So it's, you know, it's not terrible, but again, it does happen. You know, just some collectors are better at storing their dolls than others. And this particular seller, again, I couldn't see very clearly the pictures if that peeling was happening. And I've been pretty lucky when I've purchased these dolls that they've been in good condition. Now, this one, I actually purchased her at the Chiller Theater convention years ago. Damien sold her to me. I love this version. Like, she's so pretty, and the black hair really makes the difference. And like, I even love the inverse of the colors. Unfortunately, she had like a little peel right here. So and again, that happened, you know, she rubbed against something, and then look, even here, and this was a brand new doll. But again, if you don't mess with the dress, you know, if you don't look too close, it's fine. You know, and again, she has the same face paint, and looks like she also is pale as well. Like, even her eyes are different. And her little heart tattoo is black, whereas Inferno's is red. But really, really amazing dolls. I mean, all these dolls are amazing executions of theme. With Wonderland, they really hit it out of the park. Okay, the next character, the White Rabbit, portrayed by Exorcist. I did talk about the Exorcist as the White Rabbit in a previous video, and I talked all about Exorcist. So I'm not really going to talk too much because I did talk about her at length. I didn't have the variant at the time, so the variant comes with a red jacket, and the vest and bow are pretty similar to the other one, along with the clock. She comes with pink hair instead of black hair. I thought of all the variants, I thought she was a little bit of a letdown because they could have done a little bit more to her, like they did with Sybil as the Mad Hatter. But she's cute. She's Exorcist, and again, she comes with this clock, and that's about it. The red jacket actually reminds me of the animated film, because in the animated film, the White Rabbit has a red coat. So I think that pays homage to, again, the animated movie. And this one just comes in black. Okay? And that is Eggy as the White Rabbit. So the next character, Sadie as Alice, of course. Now, again, I did talk about her extensively in her Sadie video. But again, I didn't have the variant, so I'm going to concentrate on the variant. Now, the variant, oh, she's just amazing. She's dressed in the same style of dress, just black. And of course, she has blood all over her. Now, the knife in her hand, I added that to her. She does not come with the knife. And if you remember from my previous video, the little bottle in her hand does not come with her. It comes with a 13th inch Sadie doll. Now, she is, unless you're unfamiliar, she's an obvious homage to Alice McGee's, American McGee's Alice in Wonderland. The very cult classic video game from the early 2000s. I actually have an action figure of that character, along with the White Rabbit. I have, and the Cheshire Cat. So she comes with a Cheshire Cat, but this is what the video game character looks like. Really cool. And they just captured it so well. And I just love her. She's so cute. Now, the variant sets will cost you a lot more than the original run. The original run, the dolls were priced at about $23, $24.99. They were released in 2010, the same year as Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. That's why there's so many similarities in the depictions, like especially like, even though she's homage to Inferno, the doll, she actually looks a lot like the Helena Bonham Carter Red Queen, who has red hair in the movie. I love that character, by the way. And same thing like with the purple cat, purple version of Cheshire is an obvious homage to the animated movie from Disney. So it's a lot of different elements from different sources of Alice in Wonderland. That's what works so well with this particular series, is that Alice in Wonderland doesn't have a definitive version. Probably the Disney one for a lot of people, but with the introduction of American McGee's Alice, that also has created other images of the characters that Mezco also borrowed from as well. And of course the Tim Burton movie, Full Display. Now, what was neat about the Wonderland series is that they had this amazing book. Now, the book originally retailed for $15. I'm pretty sure I paid like about $20. That includes the shipping tax. It does go, for some reason, people are selling this for way too much than what it's actually worth. It's a great book. If you're interested, I'm going to show you a little bit of the book. The story was by Michael Mez Markowitz. That's one of the, I don't want to say co-create because he didn't co-create Living Dead Dolls, but he's the one in charge of Mezco. And here you have very, very simple narration with Sadie in the graveyard, of course. Where else would she be? And here she famously follows the White Rabbit. And just the photo, hold on. Just want to show you one of the amazing scenes. Now this is a nice illustration right here. Here you have the Mad Hare, the March Hare. He was not made into a doll. And then you have the Queen of Hearts and her knaves, who also were not made into dolls, which I thought was unfortunate. Like, they could have really done something with the minis, like they did with the series of Oz dolls. They actually made minis of the Flying Monkeys and the Munchkins, which I talked about, and I'll talk about Oz later this month. But it's just amazing illustration. I highly recommend getting the book. And I almost forgot, and this will tie into the next thing. This amazing 13-inch Sadie. Again, I did talk about her in my video about all the Sadie dolls that I own. She is just, again, if you didn't see that video, she was at the Comic-Con of 2010. I believe they made 100 of her, and she retailed for $70. She came with this adorable mini, because it's supposed to show her shrinking after drinking this little bottle, actually, which I keep it with this Sadie. And of course, the elastic gives out on me on camera. How embarrassing. But again, that's on par course for Living Dead dolls. And the bottle, if you can see it, it actually says drink me. Really cute. And again, she comes with this adorable mini. You can only get this mini when you buy this doll. And she is the exact replica of the 10-inch one. And she's just adorable. I love this doll. Love this doll. So fortunate to get her for pretty much retail. And with the book, they also had something called Ex Libris. So here it is. It comes with this. I believe it's a sticker. And it came with these beautiful limited edition art cards. Okay. Oh, I love this one because this had the caterpillar. I mean, I know they couldn't make all these as dolls, but that would have been so cool to have the caterpillar as a doll. Okay, and then you have the queen, the croquet match. Now, these images are in the book. So, they're not new images. They're actually in the book. But they're just beautiful. Okay, and the person who sold it to me, she actually included, decals from the American McGee's Alice. Okay. And here's the Cheshire Cat from that. And the Ex Libris set came with this bookmark. I mean, this was such a fabulous series. I can't tell you how much I love it. And if you're interested, I highly recommend getting the Alice in Wonderland set. So the Ex Libris set, now the prices are all over the place. I bought mine, luckily, for $13. That's it. That's all it's worth. And I don't recommend paying any more. They made 666 sets of the Ex Libris print. So, and that includes this, the bookmark, this little vintage sticker, and these postcards, or the art cards. There also was a banner for Living Dead dolls, for the Wonderland series. It's basically this as a banner, a vinyl banner that was $60 you got from Mezco Direct. It was 18 by 36 inches. And then that's about it. And again, this is a perfect series to talk about because these characters are dressing up as other characters that are not themselves. So perfect Halloween themed series to talk about. And I highly recommend these dolls. Do your research, especially for the Queen of Hearts. Really look at those pictures for the peeling. But again, remember, it will eventually happen. It does depend on the collector you buy it from. But I love this doll series. And stay tuned. I will be discussing the Oz series as well. And as always, happy hunting.